Hello guys, in this video we will discuss chapter 6, which is linear inequalities in two variables. Before that, kindly subscribe our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page. There are 4 steps in shading the region of linear inequality. The first step is we need to find the X-intercept and Y-intercept for the equation line. For example, for this equation, when we substitute x equals to 0, then we will get y equals to -1. When we substitute y equals to 0, we will obtain x equals to 1. The second step is to determine whether it's a dashed line or a solid line. When the inequality sign is greater than or less than, it is a dashed line. When the inequality sign is greater than or equal to and less than or equal to, we will draw a solid line for the equation. The third step is sketch lightly the region for each line. We can see that since the inequality sign is less than or equal to, therefore the region will lie below the line. Finally, we can shade the region for the intersect line. Now, let's see the first example. Shade the region that satisfies a given system of linear inequalities. First, we need to find the X-intercept and Y-intercept. For the first equation, when we substitute x equals to 0 and y equals to 0, we will obtain y equals to 2 and x equals to 2. For the second equation, the y-intercept is 1, while the x-intercept is -0.5. The next step is determine the type of line. The first equation is a solid line. The second equation is a solid line, and the third equation is a dashed line. The lines for 3 equations are drawn respectively. The third step is we need to sketch lightly the region for each line. The first line, y is greater than or equals to -x plus 2. Therefore, the region should be lies above the line. We can sketch lightly. The second equation, y is less than or equals to 2x plus 1. Therefore, the region will lies below the line. We can also sketch lightly. The third equation, x is less than 2. Therefore, since it is a vertical line, it will lies at the left-hand side of the line. Finally, we can erase the excess sketch which does not lies within the intercept region. Finally, shade the region which intersects the 3 equations. The second example is to determine the linear inequalities for the shaded region. Since there are 3 lines, we need to determine 3 equations for each linear inequality. The first equation, since the first line is inclined, therefore we need to determine its gradient. The formula for gradient is shown as below. The gradient for the first line is 1, the y-intercept is 0. Since the first line is a solid line, and the shaded region lies below the line, the sign used is less than or equals to x. For the second equation and the third equation, since the line is not inclined, therefore we don't need to calculate its gradient. For the second equation, solid line and perpendicular to x-axis, the shaded region lies at the left-hand side of the line. Therefore, x is less than or equals to 0. For the third equation, since the line is a dashed line perpendicular to the y-axis and the shaded region lies above the line, therefore y is greater than -4. Hence, the linear inequalities that satisfy the shaded region is shown as below. This is the end of our video and thanks for watching. Kindly fill in the feedback form at the link provided under this video.